Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Bald and the Beautiful. I am Melissa, and I'm joined by...
MrsKevOnStage guest.
I am Angel. So sorry.
I just did a video on this. Mark sent on the gram.
And we are The Bald and the Beautiful, and we have to introduce Amar. He is not bald. He's a beautiful child, cute child, and he's going to join us until he decides he doesn't want to join us. But thankfully... You guys love Amar on here.
He's only cute by face, not temperament.
No. As soon as we get a weekend babysitter, this is my weekday babysitter can't do weekends right now, but that's all right. We getting another one.
They be here for it. To it. Half of y'all are only here because of Amar, so we appreciate the viewership because of Amar. So we are reviewing the show Married at First Sight season 12, and the most recent episode was the anniversary, the 1 month anniversary episode, and there was a lot of cuteness and foolishness and mayhem that went down. Yes. So we could start with the mayhem first. Let's start with Haley and Jacob.
Haley and Jacob.
So it's still apparent she can't deny that she don't like this dude. She's not attracted to him.
Go ahead. Sorry, babe. Keep going.
It's as even when she puts in an effort, he usually does something to push her even further away. But this is just like him saying, "Well, this is it." It's almost like she wants this to work, but it's just something about him that's just not allowing it to work. And her too.
You know that it's not about to work out when you got to bring in cards and readers. I was like, when you're just like grasping, you're like, maybe if a card says we're supposed to work out, and when the woman said, "Oh, you're a path 8 and you're a path 6, that's compatible," she was like, "Oh,
really?
No, that's a shocker."
The thing is she asked them about the relationship and they told her about the relationship. And then she just said a bunch of obvious stuff. Like, really? Like, is this rhetorical? Like, why are you telling me this?
Here is a man and a woman.
Like, there is a possible connection. Experts put us together. Of course there's a possible connection.
Hello.
That's why we sitting here. Well, it seems if you do this, it should get better. Really?
Yeah, she was like, there's a strong, what did she call it?
Give me some cards.
It was a strong challenge or strong something that she was like, that it's probably from you all trying to find a passion. I was like, she is grasping for straws
I'm going to get 2 decks of cards and pull all the spades out. just flip them out in front of people. Now, you know what this card is, right? You just the second time as King of Spades done showed up. You know what that means, right? You need to be careful.
And this is no disrespect for people who do that, but she just seemed like a crock of crap in the episode. I'm just saying.
The other thing that Angel mentioned this last week, and I think it was more apparent this week, is that Haley, I feel like she thinks she's trying harder than maybe she actually is. I think she feels like she's putting...
That's probably the best explanation of
like
her. She's like, look, I opened my eyes and I saw you. That's not enough? Because usually I'd be having them closed.
But it's always shocking when he it's basically like, great, so in 4 weeks we can get divorced. And she's bawling.
Right. Yeah. Like,
you don't know that's what you guys aren't going to make it. I don't understand how you don't know you guys aren't going to make it. And it's more so because of you than him. Yeah. And that's okay.
It's okay.
Why? Maybe she's sad because that means she basically going to have to start at square one again. And even this didn't work. Yeah.
And it sounds like he's making changes.
Is he?
He was like, when he brought up his little quirky things, sounds like he cut that stuff out. Just to make her more comfortable.
He ain't pulled a fanny pack or a graphic tee out in 3 episodes.
Well, he overhauled his wardrobe.
He even said, I'm sure it's something, if this happens again, I don't know what the actual thing it was, but I was like, oh, so he's done cut out all his little quirky ways?
I doubt it. He literally said at the table when the woman gave them her advice. So I guess what she's saying is once you open up, and are willing to
that's a fact.
But no, it was just like he had no type of accountability on his own.
But I guarantee you, it wasn't his idea to go there either.
No. To go where? No, so the woman came to the house. Of course it was her idea.
Yeah, it was.
He was just like, listen, if it'll help, okay.
Hey, that's giving. If it'll help, I'm willing to do it.
This is a blowout game.
Yes.
The third string people need to come in. They need to dribble the ball out. The fans need to leave.
Some playing time.
Over, bro. It is. Oh, I know a lot of time is left, but it is over.
It is.
So he's just like, I mean,
help somebody's contract.
What's
Let
the
them
point? Why are we still acting like this? Let's just wait it out, fulfill our contractual obligations to the show. Because, Alyssa found the contract. You owe them.
It's Married at First Sight fan. They got it on there.
Yeah, you owe them $50K.
Okay, that's what people have been saying.
Yeah. If you don't,
they said 100.
So let me do my stuff.
I thought it was 100.
No, it's 50.
I saw 50. Yeah. But and I think he's a computer programmer. I said this before. He is playing the tape forward. There's no
He's realized there's no saving this program. You need to reboot and upload
it's corrupt file.
Yeah,
bro, throw the laptop out.
Put a drill through it. Make
stop.
sure can't nobody else. Well, not her, but.
And as soon as they get a little bit, he always reminds himself or she reminds him that she don't find him attractive. And he's just like, what are we even doing here?
Right.
Yeah, but does she say it or does he remind her?
No, he reminds her.
He reminds her. He brings it up every time. And she's just like, well, I mean, shoot.
And she can't say, no, it's not that. She's just like,
Do you feel like he's picking fights?
Sometimes.
I do sometimes feel like
yeah. He doesn't seem like a person that lets things roll off of his back easily. So if something has put a little thorn in his side, he can't just be like, let me move past it for the greater good. He's going to circle around it and sometimes come up with his own narrative for why it even happened. Yeah. And she's already just very fragile in this relationship. Yeah. So
yeah, but even go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Even with like all his flaws, is like with her finding him unattractive. He's like, I can't get it. He said, you even sigh after a hug. You hug strangers. You hug people you've met for the first time, and you can't stand to hug me once a day or once a week.
It hurt him
like that's bad. Like that is bad. I can't say I fully blame him for like being kind of a jerk. It's like, well, if you
hug strangers,
you want this to continue,
that was a good point.
How?
And a sigh after a hug to your husband, although you like this is an experiment and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. I would just be like, bruh, just.
If I walked up, what's okay? What's up, Mark? Like, all right, I ain't doing that no more. My bad. I thought we were cool.
We're just friends.
Yeah.
I imagine if Melissa sighed.
Yeah.
After every hug, like, whew, that just takes a lot out of me.
If Angel sighed after the first time we hugged, it would have went a completely different direction.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Marcus, you remember my roommate Angel? Yeah, what's up, girl? She was like, I'm like, all right, 3-4 years later, I'll be like, yeah, I don't know about that chick. She clearly she ain't feeling me.
I don't know about that chick, Angel.
But her other friend.
Hello?
No.
I be feeling so bad for him because I want him to be wanted, and she's not.
Yeah, she don't. Yeah,
and also,
she's not gonna get there.
I don't want to put all the blame on her. He does not help himself.
He ain't
Matter of fact, he
easy.
actively works against his best interest.
Yes.
The couple of times he had a little like momentum. he blow like every time.
It was like
earlier when he had her dead to rights.
Yeah,
he ruined it. The bed thing. He was like, "Give me a kiss." Then she was like, "No." He was like, "Ha."
Wait,
always
hold on. What'd he do? Do it again.
Give me a kiss then. No. And I'd be on her side. I'd be like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, why would you do that?
Just be cool, bro.
Yeah,
just chill.
The big blowout, like the one where everybody was down there and he was like, yeah, you lied. And then he came up with this whole narrative.
And you probably cheated on me. She was like, wait, what?
Wait, hold on. Pump your brakes. Tough. Actually, then he ended up apologizing. Yeah, you right, my bad.
A good husband, a well-trained husband will never squander a solid argument win.
Nah.
Like that.
It's like, as soon as I get she ain't arguing back. I'm going to shut up now.
Man, you got to know when to hold her, know when to fold her.
Yeah. He doesn't know. He hovers over problems. Like how police helicopters do.
Yeah.
If they're
with the spotlight on it and just circling.
And he just circles and he stays there mentally. He stays there emotionally. So even if she wants to move on, which again, it does seem like she believes she is, he pulls you back.
Yeah.
And that picking at fights, and then he something else I was gonna say, like they were having like a semi-okay anniversary dinner, and then he said something.
He did. He said one thing and ruined it all.
And it was just
I mean, that thing,
because we all saw the same thing. Yes. I was like,
it was just
it's like the high-speed car chase that he clipped the brakes. And we were like, well.
Yeah, he was.
And it escalated so doggone quickly after that.
It wasn't even climbing up. It was just like steady, and there's the cliff.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly what happened. I feel bad for them because I can't imagine being stuck in this experiment scenario for 4 more weeks.
Man,
right? 4 more weeks, and the end right now.
I wish they could I know they want to be a part of the show. Let them date somebody else. Let's see what their life is like in Atlanta post-marriage because we know nothing else is happening here. And it's just torture to watch them remind themselves that they don't want this to work. It fell apart too early.
Mm-hmm. It did.
And it fell apart hard. There's no stakes on decision day.
Nah.
There's no way they come back together.
He even recalled the first kiss. He was just like, she pulled away.
He sure did. He was like, they looked at the picture. He was like, you was looking like that? That was awkward. Did you sigh after the first kiss?
She even said she didn't like his sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
none of it.
Y'all, they're not compatible.
Also, the other thing she keeps saying, which I get, she's like, I usually get along with people so well, and I connect with people so well.
Yeah.
And for you, I hate your face. It's your face.
It's your face.
The way your face is always on your
personality.
Yeah.
They're on 2 different planets. It's okay.
Let him go back to
miss. This was a miss wholly. All right. Anything else on Haley and Jacob?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Clara and Ryan. They're awkward.
Yeah.
Yes. They are just weird together. And she's like putting her head on him, and he seems stoic and stiff.
Yeah. Yeah. And she puts on this whole persona of how well they're doing. And then whenever it's like something close, and I wonder if it's the cameras for him.
That's what I was about to say. It might be the cameras. What we were noticing, what you were picking up about Karen that we weren't, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, because she seemed, other than him not saying, I love you, they seem like and they're doing other things, apparently, everything. But
a little
sex,
handy happening.
Basically sex.
I think
they doing it.
One of the pink, 2 in the stink, little happening.
Yeah.
A little sloppy toppy.
Sloppy toppy.
Licking the one-eyed
Wappy tappy.
One in the pink, 2 in the stink. Or 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's too many in the stink now.
Yeah, that's a lot going on.
Too many in the stink.
Too many now.
You get something, you get some trajectile you might not want.
Hello?
But yeah, they seem happy other than that topic. But when you see them physically interact, it's just like, he don't seem like he wants to be there.
Yeah.
He said, I feel like he probably talks a lot more behind the camera as well.
I would hope so. Because it be looking real dry between the 2 of them.
Dry is the exact word.
They just be sitting there eating. It's like, what he word. Said, he called her pal.
He did too.
That's not even a word people use outside of children's books.
I said it out loud when he said it, though.
Me too. I was like pal?
Pal below friend on the hierarchy of name.
You might as well just call out of her name completely.
That
would sting less. It was like, all right.
And that was the day of their like romantic dinner when they were watching.
Yeah.
Which was a dope setup to have the little projector in the backyard.
Yeah.
I was like, I like that.
Yeah, it was
Hold up. Did they get food catered to them?
I was thinking that
they
too.
were asking. They were in their backyard, but they were asking, so what did you order? I'm like, y'all didn't talk about that? Babe, what you gonna order? I'm gonna order this.
It's cold too.
Yeah.
It was they're super interesting. I haven't quite pegged them, although I do think that maybe they have a deeper connection outside of the cameras, and that's why I think they will make it. But on camera, also, if I were her, I would have to talk to him like, it feels like I'm getting 2 different.
Yeah, he's completely different because it's somebody that's treating you like I'm calling you pal in public. It's like, hold on, do you not want to be seen with me? Or
that would be weird.
Yeah.
Hurt my feelings a little bit.
It would definitely hurt my feelings.
Sell.
I'd be like, this is how you treat a side chick when you're around your main chick. I don't like that.
Like, that's not gonna work for me. No. All right.
Buddy would have been better. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, bud.
It's so weird.
Pal is like.
It's so like.
It's very like.
Yeah, that's what you say to somebody that let you over in traffic. Thanks, pal.
Yes.
Pal is a side hug. Hey, pal.
Like
pen pal, man. Pen pal mean distant.
Yeah.
That means we don't know each other that well. We just be writing.
Lamar's feeding me like a bird. This is hilarious.
He gonna give you 18 potatoes. You gonna eat this bodega?
No, he's chewing it up. And making me.
Are you eating it? You ate something?
Oh, because he's going to keep on if I don't.
So you did eat it?
Yes, this is a baby that nurses off of my body.
Yeah, but that's you're on the one way now.
It's going back through.
You're gonna get some of that from here.
He gonna chew it, give it to her, and it's gonna come right back in.
It is. Circle of life.
All right. Anything else on that?
You got to recirculate.
I mean, if they make it, it's definitely because of the stuff that we don't see on camera. Because
do you think one good visit to Pound Town will fix what's happening? Do you think it will? Because
I don't think.
There's not. I feel like there's a little sadness in her eyes.
Oh, well, she's
because
sad.
of the lack of peen and vagine.
I think it's going to take counseling because I think it's something about his churchiness that has him.
But he married.
I think it's his churchiness, but his churchiness probably can't get over the fact that she's had thoughtless sex. Like it had nothing behind it.
That might be the case.
And he's just like, I ain't trying to
have none.
Just be another. Oh, let's put this in here with absolutely no feeling behind it.
Yeah.
But that's in the past.
But dudes be getting caught up.
Yeah, I agree.
In past stuff.
That's true. Men are trash. Am I right, ladies?
Mm-hmm. I could only imagine if this wasn't your first encounter, how he would behave.
What? I'd be totally fine with her getting pounded out by previous guys. Name them all and tell me what they were better at than me. That's all I ask.
Exactly.
How's this?
Also, I think Ryan, I mean, this is pretty obvious. His mind of love, sex, and timing, he has a clear picture of when a thing is right, when I'm in love, when we should have sex. And those things haven't happened. But again, in his defense, in his defense, it's only 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That is not unusual for regular people. It's just the experiment accelerates those things for most couples. And I think since she was like, I said, everybody, I love them. And I had sex with most people. She's expecting that from her husband.
I say love you very quick. This is our on polar opposites.
But this is what's not making any sense, though. If he's never said, I love you, then what is he waiting for when it comes to them having sex? If he doesn't know what that is, if he's waiting for that, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like what are you waiting for, and how do you know when you have it?
Because
Dr. Viviana asked that.
Yeah,
like what is the feeling? And he couldn't give an answer, and that's actually my fear is that he does have like the idea of what love is, very like mystified, mystical.
Yes.
It's kind of elusive, but he feels like he's just gonna know. But if you don't define it, how do you know?
Yeah.
Right. What's up, Dr. Viviana? How you doing?
She said hi to you twice
when in my absence.
In your absence. She went out of her way. It was unprompted.
I noticed.
Yeah, I think I do think they still have a chance.
Yeah.
They're not as bad off as other people, but I think my fear is that when he comes around, she won't be around. Like mentally, you know what I mean?
Because she checked out by then.
I don't
think she's checking out though.
You don't think so?
Nah.
She seems like she's been going increasingly frustrated.
She said in 6 months. She said if you don't say it within 6 months.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yes, she did at the table. She was like that. I'm gone.
I don't know. Well,
but it's gonna take 6 more months.
Huh?
This is 2 months. Decision day is after 2 months, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So y'all saying you could see him staying through the decision, but not necessarily staying together.
Long term, beyond that.
Long term, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I actually think that's what he's waiting for the cameras to be done, for him to see this, like, you're for real, you're in here for the long haul. And then hopefully some of those like guards, or I don't really know what to call them, will come down and allow himself to feel. Because right now it does feel very much like there's a barrier, like there's a wall around him that's preventing him from quote unquote falling in love.
Yes.
I think she was expecting it on a helicopter ride.
Oh yeah, I would have too. I was too, to be honest. I was like, oh, that'd be really sweet if he did this. Of course he didn't.
But how do you though? It's like all loud, headphones in.
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Super sweet. But he's on brand. Okay, let's go to this other couple too, Virginia and Erik.
I can't stand Erik. I can't say it enough. I don't like him.
He's trash. Just say
it. He is, yes, as Marcus says, he is trash. Just his arrogance is so putrid. It just pours through the screen.
Just oozes through. You can smell it on him.
Yeah.
Yes. And
he's also very condescending.
Yes. Very condescending. There's so many absolutes in his head.
Yes.
As someone,
I'd be like, enough.
Right.
He'd be like, look, you like Chick-fil-A or I'm gone. You know, it can't be Zaxby's. It's Chick-fil-A. And be like, bro, you have an ultimatum. He has the most ultimatums I've ever seen on this show.
I know
and he contradicts himself from one sentence to the next.
Yeah.
He was like, you want to make this work, you know, it's give and take. It's like, she's like, well, why don't you move with me? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Right? It never
like,
dawned on him.
Making it work don't mean we adjust to whatever you want.
I own.
No.
And you rent. Therefore, yours is stupid.
Go ahead.
I want to say this. Virginia, don't you move in with that man. I'm going to tell you why. I'm marriage champion, all things. Yeah. Don't you move in with that man. This is the reason why.
Tell him.
He wants the upper hand.
Yes.
This is about power.
Absolutely.
This is
about that.
Power. In my house,
Yeah.
I get to decide what you do or don't do. Or guess what? You can get out.
He ain't even came up with a solution to make her feel more comfortable in his
talking about,
house.
well, let's compromise. Well, Jim, move in with me. That's not a compromise. Yes, it is. Sir.
How?
That's literally
because she
not
even
a
suggested
compromise.
getting a new place.
Yes,
Yeah,
which do that, Virginia.
That is a compromise, by the way.
It is.
He wants they'll work out as long as she remains submissive.
Yeah.
He wants somebody weak and submissive
Yes.
that's not going to stand against him on anything.
And she's not going for it. She'd be like,
stand your
no,
ground.
I said I don't want to live with you. Is that so? It sounds like you're saying you don't want to live with me. No, that is what I said.
that's what
I thought it was more clear. Do you mean to clear it up for you? I don't want to live at your home.
You've never said it that clear. Oh, I haven't. Well, let me. Can I get a microphone?
Yes. Just said it.
I
just
said it clear.
No, he's
your house. I don't want to
disgusting.
sleep there.
I don't want to be there.
Or wake up there or eat.
And he didn't even care to listen to what she was saying. I won't be comfortable. He does not care if she's comfortable or not.
He just assumed that that's what they were going to do, and when she didn't do it, he couldn't.
And then when she disagreed, he got into condescending mode and was like, "You do understand I have to sell the house because I bought it, and when you buy a house, you have to sell it, and that takes time." She's like, "I understand the process. I still said what I said."
Yeah.
Right. Like, it doesn't change the fact that I don't feel comfortable.
She should have hit him low and just be like, well, if you could afford it, you wouldn't have to sell and we could just get something else, Mr. Pilot. This is my family's hangar and airplanes and Mustangs that we drive around.
That was cool, though.
It was.
That was cool.
Oh, yeah. And he oozes that type of privilege. That's why he's not used to bending. He's not willing to bend for her.
It's like ever since he found out that she was young, he's been like,
I've been here before.
That whole thing.
I've been married. I know what to expect. You failed.
I own a home. If you
it was a failure.
That's hilarious. If you don't own a home, you could not understand the home buying process. So with a mortgage, is like, no, you learned that during
She
Monopoly.
literally was like, "No, I understand."
Yeah, you know how many realtors don't own homes?
Really?
Yeah, there are realtors that don't own homes. He's making the assumption that he automatically has to know more because he's a homeowner.
I probably come across like that sometimes.
But the thing about it is,
he's like, and I'm okay.
With the
with that.
can
I'm a little
pop.
bit condescending.
and the thing about
And a
that
know-it-all and a diva on tour. I don't know why people are my friend.
is, do
If
you
you
want to
guys
lay
don't
on the
like me-
couch?
I do.
This felt
you guys be
very
my friend the way I am,
therapy.
or I'm out.
Are we not?
That's exactly
That's
it.
his whole thing.
That's it.
I never realized how much that rubbed me the wrong way until he said it
Multiple
so many times. You know,
well, he said it then to her. You can't be my wife and not live with me, or you're not going to be with me and not live with something like that.
I mean,
not live in my house.
No, he's trash. You're trash, Erik.
I actually, this
Let
is
vodka
one of the
live.
times that I really am happy about what the experts did, because if they would have put him with someone as submissive as he would like,
A Paige.
she would get ran over.
I'd be rooting for her. I'd be like, stand in your ground.
This was the first time I was like, Virginia, you said what you said.
Yeah, and say it louder.
Yes.
Say it with
It
your
was so
chest.
funny to be having that conversation at a beautiful picnic, and she's just like, I'm not living with you.
Yeah.
Right. She's like, and didn't feel no time. What
Didn't
I
feel
loved
no way
about
about
it.
it,
Yes.
Angel.
Didn't feel no way. You're not going to guilt me into
Nope.
this. You're not about to ruffle my feathers.
Nope.
I'm just, no.
And you know what? That's good in life.
for her.
Like, I think we're all pretty easygoing, which most people that I hang out with, it's like, hey, I'd like this restaurant, but if it's not that, it's this, whatever. He's not like that. I was actually reading about this when I worked at All Deaf about people like hanging around with, and they are people who don't mind doing one or two things. This is what we're working on with our son Joe, trying to make him not like, if it's not my way, everything's dumb. I don't like it. You guys do whatever you want. I'm going to bed. Because there's people like that, but people do not want to hang out with them. You know, and I just be like, you suck, man. Yeah. No, this hangar is so cool. You have your own plane, but I wouldn't want to hang out there.
Oh no.
Because you know what he is? He's Vince Vaughn in
The Breakup.
The Breakup. When he was like, yeah, we go to baseball games all the time, but we always go to see the clubs. You never come to see the White Sox. And in his mind, we're hanging out, but it's always on his terms.
Right.
And to him, compromise means you agree with my terms.
Right.
Exactly.
The compromise is I'm letting you move in.
Yeah.
To my home. Because I used to be there by myself.
He basically did not say that, but that's exactly what he meant.
Yeah, he was like,
my compromise is...
The compromise is eventually we'll buy another house. That was his compromise in his head.
No, he's trash. And we said it last week or the week before that. How I still think is going to hit a huge, like their political views with somebody with that mindset and the type of privilege he goes. I could only imagine how far right he swings. So with her having,
he got an
like you said,
she's back, Marcus.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he's big. Oath keeper. No, but with her having like her sister, I think her sister's gay or something like that, and probably having she might have a very liberal outlook on things.
She does.
And it's just like, okay, like you said, they're going to if they bring children into this, it's like, how are you going to teach your kids to react to my family or my views? And it's going to be, no, my way is right and your way is stupid.
He'd be fun during Thanksgiving. I think we'd have loads of fun.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, yes.
The last thing I was going to say is that, I remember, that they believe that, or did we talk about this last week? But regardless, that not talking about their problems makes them a really great couple.
Yes, right.
And they have so much stuff brewing beneath the surface.
Absolutely.
And she's young. If they get together, stay together. She has a voice now. She's not very timid, but there will be a point where she will be like, more vocal, and it will cause more tension. Like I'm no longer just going to be quiet and let us kind of ride this wave of us being, you know, nice to one another and pretending we don't have real issues. One day she's going to be like, no, I have things to say. I'm going to say them out loud and I'm going to say them often, and we're just going to have to butt heads. Okay, who are we talking about? Virginia and Erik?
Yeah.
I don't remember where we left off.
He's MAGA and she's Bernie.
That I do not like him. Yes, that is a good one.
My dislike for him makes me like her more.
Yes.
Like watching her deal with him.
The last couple episodes, I've been like, all right, Virginia. And it makes sense because Dr. Viviana was like, what did she say? She was impressed with her.
Yeah, she said she was very mature, a very mature 26-year-old. We were all like, when?
Girl, we hadn't seen them episodes yet.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah, I get it now because she's like, she has this rock that doesn't want to move, and she was like, no, I'm gonna fight back on some of these things.
I so appreciate that about her. It's some aspects that you wish you saw in Paige, where they're sitting on the blanket having a really good time, and he's like, I thought you were gonna move in with me, and she was like, no. Well, you've never said that before. And she was like, oh, I haven't? Well, let me say it again.
I thought she was gonna laugh it off.
So did I.
She was like, no. Okay.
It was the perfect time.
I'm not moving into your house.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't want to live in your house. It makes me uncomfortable. My dogs don't like it. I don't like it. We can get a new place, or I can stay at my house.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, girl, okay.
Yeah, I was like, there you go.
Literally slow clap.
She sound like Danny. I'll add more to it before I take it back. By the way, your house a little musty. Yeah. You want to hear it? There you go.
She said it without a single drink. I was like, all right, girl.
Without a single. She ain't been drinking that much in the last couple episodes.
She hasn't been.
And listen,
she was like, hold on, I got to get serious with this food.
I'm here for it. Good for you. Did you hear me swallow? Because that was a lot.
I was over here chewing. I forgot. I was
like, sorry, y'all.
What is it? ASMR?
All right, it was. Sometimes ASMR. It's cool and sometimes it'd be nasty.
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
Nah.
All right, we just gonna say Paige and Chris last. Yeah. So Brianna and Vincent.
They had a good episode.
They did.
The only thing that stuck out to me is when she was met up with the girls and she was just like, there's some things, that she did seem unsure about. But then at the same time, it's like they're together or on camera, everything is like 100% great. So I was like, what are those things that...
probably it's temper tantrums.
No, what I thought was she was like, let me, wait a minute. No.
Did you share something from the Gottman Institute on your Instagram recently?
I'm always sharing something from Gottman.
It applies to Vinny and what's name. That's what I'm trying to go.
I was afraid. I was like, did he put something on the Gottman Institute? What I was going to say is, I think she might have just been trying to tone down their happiness because she was sitting with two people in failing
That's a good point.
situations. She's, there's certain things that just it's so much.
I didn't even think about that. That's probably a good point. That's a good point.
He sometimes his toothbrush, he be turning it the way I don't like.
One don't like a husband, and the other is all but being physically abused
of just being ran through
at will,
ran amok.
Not at will, but willingly.
This is what I was trying to find. This is Vinny and
Brianna.
Gottman Institute. Dr. John Gottman says, and I quote, "Happy couples are not very different from unhappy couples. They are simply able to make repairs to their relationship easier and faster so they can get back to the joy of being together."
I agree.
And I thought that was so key. I think, I'm sure me and Melissa and you and Marcus, being with someone who is a different person from you based on how you feel that day, just outside of life, hormones, whatever, just could have been whatever. You have moments where you're like, you just get on my nerves. But then you be like, okay, I don't want you to be on my nerves. I want to get, back to a good thing. Vinny and Brianna do that. Yeah. Like now, Champagne Vinny was an inside joke.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it wasn't all like he stopped taking himself so seriously.
She said it. I was like,
I did too. I held my breath a little bit. I was like, please.
Oh, okay.
It was obvious she's joking. And he was like, and I was like, okay, now y'all got a little inside joke. You got a thing. And I think, but they did the work to go from to learn each other and to decide. Sometimes you just decide you're not going to be mad. I remember Melissa and I were talking about this one day. She was just like, I just decided I wasn't going to be mad about that. And I was like,
That's possible, huh?
Yeah, it's possible to just be like,
because your feelings are an indication that something's wrong, but that doesn't mean you have to live in it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think they've done. And that's why I think they have the best chance of this season of couple surviving, but they haven't had the smoothest road.
No, right.
I don't think, but I think
they've
because
overcome
of that,
all their obstacles though.
That approach is probably the most important approach to having a long-lasting relationship or marriage is the willingness to do the work, to adjust and change and make sure that doesn't happen again. You don't like it?
I don't know if it's low calorie or not enough sugars.
You can taste that ain't
something not right on that side.
Oh no,
I don't know. No, the expiration. It says May. The expiration. No. I said it wrong. The expiration
of whatnot. No, I completely agree with everything you said, Kev. It's something about them wanting to make marriage not difficult. Yeah. That I think is helping them. It's not so much about trying to win something on the other person. It's really like, I want to enjoy being married to you. So what do we need to do in order for both of us to enjoy being married to each other? And I feel like they are the one, unlike Erik in Virginia, who's like, how can I make you conform to what I want?
Right.
I feel like Vinny and Brianna are really like, we are each other's person, so how can we enjoy being each other's person as easily as possible?
I think that's it. We are each other's person. We're trying to make it work. A lot of the other couples are still deciding if they're going to do that. Yeah. And Haley and Jacob have decided they are not going to do that.
Right. So.
Or at least Haley has.
And
I think Jacob probably would want it to work.
I think if Haley switched, Jacob would want it to work.
The worst thing ever is them 4 days where she was into him.
Yeah, he saw a little bit of
It would have been better if he never saw
his
that.
Whole future in 4 days.
Oh, man.
And then it came crumbling down.
She don't even see that it's a switch. She's just like, I think if she could switch, she would.
Yeah.
She's like, this is actually impossible. There's no light switch on the wall. I walked into a dark room.
I'm rubbing this smooth wall. Ain't nothing here.
Ain't no light switch.
The electricity is out.
Right.
But Vinny, that boy, he puts a lot of thought into everything he does.
He does.
Like deep thought. He was like, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to be. They fell in love all over again on that boat after a month.
They did. And it was looking super romantic.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that. Sweet. I was like, I want to go down the Mississippi River.
boat trip we should have took, but we decided to go out in the Pacific.
There we go, and almost die together.
And survive, yeah. He said we're going to go on a boat ride that's been rougher than marriage.
I'm telling you, it was about to throw us up out of there. We were just like, is this how it's supposed to be?
Get back to the marina. I'm talking about airborne.
Yes, I mean, it was
not just the boat, us, off the surface of the boat.
I was like, okay, is this
I should have wore Timberlands to do this.
But yeah, I'm happy for them.
I am too. I love them together. I think they're going to make it for sure. All right, let's just go to the foolishness.
The foolishness. Man,
easy.
Paige and Chris.
What is wrong?
Who cares?
I am proportionately
who cares?
True. I am proportionately liking Virginia in the same proportion that I am disliking Paige. Like it is an even switch.
Why does she going like that?
I don't understand how. All right. What's the definition?
She don't believe. You know what Paige is? I'm gonna tell her what this Paige problem.
I already know what you're finna say.
Do you?
I don't know. Hold on.
You don't believe fat meat greasy.
Oh, that's not what I thought she was gonna say.
So that's her main problem. This man done told her fat meat greasy, and she like, let me find out every episode. Let me be surprised. And he like, what was the thing he did this episode? And I was just, I literally did
He picked the fight. He picked
what was it
that
about,
fight.
though?
They were fighting about. She didn't answer the phone.
Yeah.
After he said he didn't like talking on the phone
Hold
in
up,
the last
hold up.
episode.
I'm going to speak on that too. What I was about to say before Kevin interrupted me.
I did interrupt you. I'm sorry.
I wanted to hear the point. I was like, what's he going to say? No, I'm glad you said it. But definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. She keeps, it's like the beginning of every goddamn episode. Well, we're going to see if we can make it work. It's going to work. I don't understand why she thinks that.
I don't.
Like, come on. But then, all right, so she ain't answering the phone. And I'm like, what? I don't understand why she can't just tell him, I'm checked out. I don't want to answer your phone calls.
Yeah.
But two is like, all right, now it's starting to switch. Now he's putting in the work. It seems to, I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's like, all right, I'm making these phone calls so we can hang out. We can do hating basketball and whatever else.
Hating basketball.
But she's like,
basketball.
Oh my God, it did not land for me.
We're going to sit here and do this game or whatever. And he's like, well, you ain't been answering my phone calls. I called you a bunch of times. It's like, but why should she?
Yeah.
But two, Paige, why are you leading him to think that you're going to answer these phone calls?
Yeah.
They're both playing a dumb game.
Yeah.
And they're about to both win a dumb prize.
Yeah.
A dumbass prize.
Which is each other.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. At this point, you deserve each other.
Played a dumb game. You finna win a dumb prize.
That's so
play
true.
Dumb game, win dumb prizes.
That's true.
It is the thing is that he is used to being in the driver's seat of being the unresponsive one and having her chase after him.
Yes, hey, y'all talk about it.
So now that she has flipped the game, he's like, no, you're supposed to be chasing after me so that I don't answer your calls.
Exactly.
That's
you can't
my
do
thing.
that.
You're doing what
Which
I
is
do.
why he picked that fight, and now the whole world is falling apart. The other thing that I wanted, because this was the week, church girls. Listen to me.
Come on, tell him.
You said on the Love Hour. Let's tell him again.
As a
Come on.
former
Say it one more
church
time.
girl, not former, I still love Jesus.
You still are.
But I'm reformed over here. It's a little bit of deliverance happening. I want to tell you something. God don't want you to go through trauma while your man is learning how to grow up.
Songwriter said.
That's the song. What's the song? How it go?
Back that thing up.
Hello. Let me tell you something. The God that I serve, I don't need to be collateral damage in his growth.
Come on.
So stand
Say
by
that.
his side. I'm talking more than just Paige, but just the pages of the world. You are not demanded to stand by a man that's dragging you through the gutter. And then once he get tired of dragging you, he decide, I'm ready to grow up. And now you say we went through that. It was God's plan.
God's Plan is a Drake song.
This is not It's not
I
my
want she need to see that God is only keeping her alive. He ain't putting her through this.
Correct.
I bet God is up there like, girl.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do.
This is you.
He's up here. He's like, I'm in the ICU dealing with COVID folks.
Yeah.
I ain't had nothing to do with this.
Sure enough.
You better stop.
enough.
Check
He's in the car.
Check my GPS. I was not here.
Listen, God, send her location, Jesus. Send your location.
me
Where's
your
your
location
1020?
and-
Because it is not.
Yes.
Yeah, there is something, like you said, it's been a week for church girls. There is something about this false narrative of it being our duty to be treated like doo-doo. Like, it's just like this, it's our duty to sit through that. No. It's our duty to just, wait on the Lord to change his heart. No, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Just like when folk weren't ready, the Lord chose somebody else. I've been like,
the
God,
bridegroom, you ain't have them lamps trimmed.
Right, listen, I've been like, he wasn't ready, guys. So who's the person that you got to have? Because they say he's not ready.
Next.
That's hilarious.
Thank you. Next.
Amar.
So I don't know.
You've been doing so good.
And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm not do good. I don't know what it's going to take besides decision day for her to finally be like, this is not going to work.
But what was the fight? It was the phone, but then he said something else, right?
That he was like, I'm not into you again.
No, he at the top of the episode, he said, I'm falling in love with her. Mm-hmm. Or no, he didn't say I'm falling in love. I'm finding her attractive.
He did.
My views have changed. And it's literally within the same 30 minutes, he's like, I'm really not feeling you. And she was like, but why are we still doing it? You should have started off with that. He ended off the same way he ended last week, girl.
I'm so sick of her giving him control of the situation, giving him control of the destiny of their relationship. She needs to say, no more. I am done. Do not contact me. I will fulfill my obligations for this show, however that may look. But as far as you and I, you are not going to continue to yo-yo with my heart for the remainder of these 4 weeks.
Girl, get it together.
Yo-yo with my heart.
She needs counseling. She needs
playing games with my heart.
She needs therapy.
I be feeling for, and she's so cute. She's so pretty. She was out there playing hating basketball with a little 2-piece on and stuff. And I was like, why are you out here with him? Just go. You could go any other place. Go somewhere.
All right. This man said, I just got off work. I know quite a few very successful business people. I don't know anybody dressed that tacky for work.
He rocking that suit over and over again.
He's like, this is what I
over and over again.
I thought he was about to pull a Prince and play basketball in it.
Hello.
Oh, that's hilarious. I thought it was funny that he wouldn't tell her how long he and his first girl were together before he got engaged. It was probably 2 months.
Yep.
He's like, I'm not going to tell you that. I was like, because you're an idiot.
Would you like to purify yourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
I think as a nation of married at first sight watchers, we are very much so over this storyline. Yeah. We're very much so over watching. It's hard. Like I said, it's hard to watch anybody allowing themselves to be treated terribly.
Next week they're gonna probably start off upset. He's gonna make her smile. They're probably gonna hug. By the end of the episode, she's gonna be mad again. Same thing that happened last week and this week and the week prior.
Mm-hmm. We don't care. God told me something.
Paige, I don't want that for you.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Every time he does that, I just be like, out my ear.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I just can't.
It's all
I want better for Paige. I really hope that she doesn't fall for the okie doke yet again, but she probably will.
Oh yes.
She's a creature of
I heard a spoiler.
Oh no.
Spoiler.
But it's not much of a spoiler because I think we all know what's going to happen. But do you guys want me to share it?
Spoiler goes here.
I'll share it and then y'all tell me if we should keep it in.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So this spoiler is not the same spoiler from before. This spoiler is that they don't make it, which I'm pretty sure we all figured. But they said that even after they didn't make it, they were still messing around with each other.
That's what I said. Yeah. That's what I said 2 episodes together.
You did. Yeah. It's true.
I knew it.
Like,
I could tell by the way
around.
they still. I didn't say they were just messing around. I said they were. That's what they doing.
Yep.
Well, I was trying not to pull a Marcus.
That's exactly
what they're doing.
That's what I heard.
You could tell that energy. You could tell that stank energy of this is why she keeps showing up and this is why he keeps coming around. Is that they got
one thing in common. They like to do this with each other.
Yes, they probably
then do that.
They probably doing some real nasty.
Yeah, just do that. Stuff. Just meet up.
I would much rather days during the weekend. Just let it be that.
Yeah.
Like walk tall and that this is just a booty call. And don't catch feelings. because that's what's keeping you looking like boo-boo food.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. But yeah, I definitely think they still booty calls
to this day.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm. I am sure. I just got ready.
What's the other spoiler?
I'm not gonna tell y'all that one.
Okay.
You can tell me.
Because this one no real spoiler.
You can tell me.
No, I won't tell y'all. Okay. Anything else?
You a punk.
That's what else.
That's food smells good.
She's a old punk. No, you ain't eating nothing. I'm gonna run down the street with it. Quick, girl.
Throw it in the garbage. Thank you guys so much. That's right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for today's The Bald and the Beautiful Married at First Sight. Leave your comments down below about what you think about all these situations. Until the next episode. Bye.
Peace.